Hello, everyone. My name is Rodney Osborne Jr., and I serve as a pastor in the Iowa, Missouri Conference of Seventh-day Adventists. I've decided to create a short video that will teach you how to go through the Adventist giving online process. Let's say that you are unable to return your tithes and offerings physically to your local church for whatever reason. You can go to the Adventist Giving website and complete that process, and it's very easy and simple to do. So you're going to start by going to your church website. You should be able to see my screen, and you'll notice that I'm at our church website here in Raleigh. When you go to your church website, which may look a little bit different than the one you see here, you'll go to the Online Giving tab, which should be at the top of the screen. Now, if you can't find this tab for whatever reason, or if you don't have a functional church website, that's okay. You can go to adventistgiving.org, and it will bring you to the very same page. And so now I'm ready to start the process. To get started, you'll want to type in the name of your local church. In this case, it would be Raleigh. And you'll notice that the name of the church comes up along with the address, and you'll see here in parentheses that it says enrolled. Now, let's say that your local church is not currently enrolled in Adventist Giving. For example, neither of these churches here have that enrolled in parentheses. All you have to do is click on the name of your church. Let's say, for example, the Sullivan Seventh-day Adventist Church, okay? And it's taken me to a page where I can actually request that my local church sign up. You would need to put your name and email address in this field, and then you would put your church treasurer's name and their email address in the next field, and then you will click Send Request. Your church treasurer will receive that information, and they can follow the steps necessary in order to enroll in online Adventist giving. Your church treasurer will need to fill out a form. They'll need to sign that form along with the church pastor and a conference official, but they can complete that process, and it's very easy to do. Going back to this page, we're going to type in Raleigh, which again is enrolled in online giving. And once I click on that, it will bring me to a virtual tithe envelope. You have the option here of giving a one-time donation, or you can click on recurring donation, and you can specify the interval at which you'd like to give, as well as a start date for that recurring donation to begin. But to make things simple, I'm going to click one-time donation. And of course, tithe represents 1/10 of our increase or our income. And so let's say, hypothetically speaking, that I made $1,000 a month. And now I'm going to put in a tithe, which is $100. Moving down to local church offerings, you'll see here several different categories to choose from. Let's say I'd like to give $50 toward evangelistic meetings, local. I simply type in $50 in that category, and then I'm done. Now, let's say that I'm looking here and I don't see a particular offering category that I'm interested in giving to. All I have to do is click on More Offering Categories, and the full list comes up. Now I can click on, for example, Religious Liberty, and when you go back to the envelope, you'll see that the Religious Liberty offering is now available, and I can enter my desired amount. On the other hand, let's say that there's some offering categories that I'm not interested in. I can again go to More Offering Categories, and I can unclick, for example, Health, Ministries, or Pathfinders, and you'll notice that those are no longer listed on the virtual tithe envelope. Now, I've personally got nothing against Health, Ministries, or Pathfinders. This was simply an example that I was using to show you that you can customize your local church offerings that you see on the virtual tithe envelope. So now I'm ready to move forward. I can move on to conference and union offerings and enter my desired amount. Again, we have an option for more offering categories, and the same is true of world offerings as well. You'll notice at the bottom that it gives you the total for your donation. And once you're finished designating your tithe and offering amounts, you're ready to move on and you can click continue. At this point, you have three options. Number one, you can log in if you've already created an Adventist giving account. Number two, you can register if you'd like to make an account for the very first time. Or number three, you can move forward as a guest, which allows you to make a quick one-time donation without creating a permanent account. I'd like to show you what the register page looks like, since many of you will probably be using this option. This allows you to designate an account name, which is optional. You can put your first name, your last name, your email address, and then you'll need to confirm that same email address in this field here. You can provide a phone number, which is optional. And you would also put your address right here. In these two fields, you would want to type the same password, which will be used as you log in each time. I'm going to go ahead and click Login to show you what it looks like once you've created your account. So I'm going to put my email address in, I'm going to type in my password, and I have here the option to keep me logged in. This would be good if you're on a personal computer or device that you use often. But if you're using a public computer or a public device, maybe at a library or maybe borrowing someone else's device, you wouldn't want to check this box. So now I'm ready to click Login. And you'll notice that because I have an account, my bank information is already there. But I want to show you what it would look like if you were creating a new payment method or a new method of donating. You have two options. You can either use a credit or debit card, or you can use an electronic check, which will basically withdraw the donation directly from your bank account. I'm going to show you both options just so you can see what it looks like. If you use the credit or debit card option, you would need to put your name on the card, your card number, the CVV or security code, the expiration month, the expiration year, and then you have the option of saving this information for later, like I've done here, or you can also put a nickname for that card. For example, if you choose to create one account for both you and your spouse, but let's say that you have donations coming from two different cards, you can nickname that card so that you don't get the two mixed up. And then you can click Submit. In order to have your donation withdrawn directly from your bank account, you would just click Electronic Check. You would put your name, the account type, whether checking or savings, the routing number, the account number, and again, you have the option to save it for later and to give a nickname to that account. Now, I've been told by our conference leadership that when you choose the credit or debit card option, the conferences actually charge a fee for processing that transaction. So it's a little bit more financially responsible to use the electronic check method because it's a lower fee for everyone involved, and it ensures that the most is gotten out of your donation. So I'm going to select my bank, and then I'm going to click Continue. And here I'm taken to a page where I'm able to review my donation. Again, I can see the amount that I've designated for tithe, as well as my local church offerings and conference offerings, the total amount, the account being used. I have an option to give a confirmation email. And I normally click yes for this so that I can keep track of when and how much I've been giving and use that for my own records. And of course, your name and your address appears right here. When you're ready to give, you would click Confirm Donation, and you'll be taken to a confirmation page that shows you that your transaction has been completed. So this wraps up how to use Adventist Giving online. Again, you can download the Adventist Giving app for Android on the Google Play Store, or you can download it for iPhone on the iTunes store. And the process is very similar if you're using your smartphone or tablet. I hope this helps. May God bless you as you continue to be faithful to Him in terms of your stewardship. And let's remember not only to return our tithes and offerings faithfully to God, but to give to those around us who may be in need as a result of the uncertain times that we're facing. God bless. If you have any questions, feel free to drop a comment in the section below, or you can reach out to your own conference leadership or church treasurer, and they can help to walk you through this process as well.